What's up, guys? Let's compare the Samsung Galaxy S21 FE with the OnePlus Nord N10 5G. So the newer phone is S21 FE. It is a successor to the S20, which was launched, which was almost 2 years ago. It cost $700 versus the very popular budget-minded N10 5G, which you can get unlocked for less than $300 brand new. You can get it used, unlocked for around $150 to $200, or you can get it for free when you get it on prepaid. So you have a $700 device compared to a free device. Obviously, you know which one I'm probably gonna pick, but let's still go over the differences. So obviously, they're both 5G phones. They're both around the same size, same weight. They're around 6.5 ounces. Almost the same build quality. The S21 FE has a glass front, plastic back, aluminum frame. N10 5G, glass front, plastic back, plastic frame. Both of these are on the cheaper side of material, but that's okay. I slap on a case anyways. Bonus on the S21 FE, it has dust and water resistance IP68, up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes if you submerge it in water. The N10 5G doesn't have that. To me, it's not such a big deal. Now for the display, you have a 120 Hz refresh rate on the S21, very nice. The N10 5G has a 90 Hz refresh rate, which is also very nice, especially for the price. Size-wise, the S21 FE has a 6.4-inch display versus the a little bit bigger 6.5-inch on the N10. Both have around 85% screen-to-body ratio. Both have 1080p resolution with around the same 400 ppi density, so they're gonna look very much the same, but you do get always on display on the S21 FE. Now for the software, you got Android 12 with Samsung UI on the S21. You get Android 10 with Oxygen OS on the N10, which is more stock. So you have Samsung UI with a newer version of Android with an older version of stock Android on the N10 5G. It's not really going to matter too much because you're going to be dealing with the same apps on both these devices. This is only going to matter when you're changing settings or going into settings, so it's not such a big deal. Chipset wise, the S21 FE has a much snappier Snapdragon AAA processor, which is a flagship processor that was brought by the S21 series, versus the mid-range Snapdragon 690 on the N10 5G. So you're obviously getting a better processor in the S21 FE, but the N10 5G mid-range processor is no slouch. 99% of the average consumers will not notice a difference. The S21 FE will feel snappier as it ages, and it will age more gracefully. As for the storage and the RAM, they're both the same. 128 gigs of internal storage, very nice, and both have 6 gigs of RAM, which is adequate, except the N10 5G has a micro SD card slot, which the S21 has removed from the S20 FE edition. Now for the camera system, the S21 FE has 3 cameras, 12 megapixel main, 8 megapixel telephoto, and a 12 megapixel ultra wide, very nice. The N10 5G has 4 cameras, 64 megapixel main, 8 megapixel ultra wide, 2 megapixel depth, 2 megapixel macro, both shoot in 4K, but the overall better camera is the S21 FE. But the N10 5G camera system is okay. They will both be very nice in the daytime, but like all other Android phones, they will probably suffer in the dark. For the selfie cameras, the S21 FE has a 32 megapixel shooter versus the 16 megapixels on the N10. You get 4K on the Samsung, 1080p on the OnePlus. You don't get a headphone jack on the S21 FE, it has also been removed, but you still have it on the N10 5G. Bluetooth 5.0 on the Samsung, 5.1 Bluetooth on the N10 5G. And that's gonna run the same for connecting your wireless devices such as your headphones, your smartwatches, and your speakers. They both have NFC, and that's for payments. Both have USB Type-C for charging. For the fingerprint unlocking, they both have it, but the S21 FE has under the display, while the N10 5G has a rear-mounted one. As for the battery, similar battery life on both of these. You got 4,500 milliamps on the Samsung. You have 4,300 milliamps on the N10 5G. It is not the best, which phones have 5,000 milliamp batteries today, but regardless, this will last you all day pretty much. And they both have fast charging, but the N10 5G has a 30-watt fast charging, while the S21 FE has 25-watt fast charging. So you get a little bit faster charging on N10 5G, but both should charge 50% around 30 minutes. But a bonus on the FE, it has fast wireless charging at 15 watts and reverse wireless charging, which all those extra charging features I don't really use. I mostly just stick to the wired charging. I don't need that extra stuff. A big difference here too is that the S21 FE doesn't have the fast charger in the box. In fact, it doesn't have the charging brick in the box at all. If you get these phones brand new, the N10 5G has that fast charging brick inside the box, which is nice. So between these devices, the overall better device spec wise is going to be the S21 FE, because it has a better processor, the camera system's better, and it has a higher refresh rate. But the OnePlus Nord N10 5G is the better value device. That's the device I would pick for my money, because it is not $700. It is free, and it is a very practical phone. It's a very good phone. It has fast charging. It has stock version of Android. It has a micro SD card slot. It has a headphone jack. It has pretty much everything that you need a phone to do, and it doesn't cost you $700. And you have lots of options to get it. You can get it for free on prepaid. You can get it used for less than $200, and you can get it brand new for $300. While the S21 FE it's a lot. You might as well just, if you're gonna spend that much money on a phone, you might as well just get the S21, the regular one, the flagship phone, and you can get it used for probably cheaper than the $700 and the FE S21 is selling for. So that's been my take on these two phones, the S21 FE and the N10 5G. Thanks for watching. Peace.